I was gonna wait until I was home to film this so I could do it with my camera and have my thoughts collected, but I'm about to go to work and my mind's all over the place, so I want to kind of just document it, so I'm just filming this on my phone right now. I'll make this little rant brief. So I just met with the doctor, and me and Delaney, after the couple weeks of physical therapy and thinking, we decided the worst case scenario news he would tell me today would be that it's still unclear if I need surgery or not, so just to wait it out for the next couple months and then see him. And the reason that was so bad is because it's almost the end of the year, and with insurance and all that, the deductible is going to roll over, and it's just kind of complicate everything, and we might have to end up paying more money in the long run. And so I kind of thought the best case scenario news would be to schedule surgery as soon as possible so we could fit it in before the year ends and get it all situated. That way, at the start of next year, I can just be on the road to recovery, doing my physical therapy routines and everything. But when I met with him today, they started stretching out my knee and just sort of like feeling it out, poking here and there, seeing where it hurt and whatnot, and asking me questions about my daily habits and if my knee was locking up or if it was swelling or had any pain or aching or anything. And my answer to all of that was pretty much no, because it's honestly, I haven't had much trouble with it. With the physical therapy, my range of motion has been really increasing and my strength has been increasing a whole bunch. So when I'm at work, I don't have a brace on or anything, and sometimes when I'm walking around, sometimes even jogging around, I forget that it's even hurt because it really doesn't give me trouble. It never locks up, and it never really has that much pain other than when I'm doing physical therapy, pushing the limits of my range of motion. But so with that, the lady called in the doctor to give me my sort of consensus, and he basically he stretched me out a little bit too, just to test like the strength of my ligaments and whatnot. And he said that my MCL seems nice and strong. That was stretched a little bit with the injury, and he said that's good, it's nice and strong. He said my ACL seems strong, and he said I basically seem good and that I should get another MRI to kind of get more evidence on how my ligaments are looking, more images on how it's looking. And so, but what we concluded on at the end of the day was that just to wait 3 months, keep doing my physical therapy stuff, see, like, my range of motion will soon be back to normal and my strength should be soon back to normal, and then kind of see if any symptoms persist. He said that I do have a damaged meniscus, which never heals itself, and that might give me trouble down the road, but we can face that bridge when it comes to it. Right now, it's not bothering me at all. So, and surgery on your meniscus, I think, is much simpler than ACL surgery, to my knowledge. And so it almost felt like is this what miracles feel like or something? I almost felt like I teared up a little bit afterwards, because I thought I just got the worst case scenario news, but they honestly seemed surprised. He was expecting my knee to not be doing much better, and today was supposed to be scheduling surgery, but he seemed very taken aback by how well I was doing and how little I was hurting and how little swelling I had. So he basically just said, it seems if I had no MRI evidence of the injury, I would think that your knee is good and that your ligaments aren't damaged. So we're thinking about getting another MRI eventually, but for right now we just decided to take the 3 months, keep doing my physical therapy, see how it feels, and then when I meet with the doctor again, at that point I might be totally good to go, maybe even start skating again, I'm not really sure. But he gave me some symptoms to look out for, my knee locking and just pain in general, swelling and whatnot, and wobbliness. He told me to look out for that while I'm working and while I'm doing my physical therapy. But if those symptoms don't persist, then it seems like my injury is healing without surgery or anything. So that's my thought right now. It's just crazy. I'm about to go to work, and I just wanted to kind of get my thoughts out right now, just to, because I feel like once I synthesize it all, it might dilute it a little bit. But this is how I'm feeling right now, fresh out of the doctor's appointment, and this is it. Now fast forward a week, and here I am. I've continued my physical therapy and working as usual after seeing the doctor, and I just wanted to give a quick update video as far as how my knee's feeling now and what my plan is going forward. So I meet with the doctor again in 3 months to just check up on how everything's feeling, and as I previously mentioned, he gave me sort of symptoms to look out for. And so far, right now, the only thing I've really noticed is my knee getting really sore after work and during work. I think it's just from walking around so much, and I actually just went to the store, and coming back from the store, it's a little bit sore. And usually my physical therapy routine in the morning and at night kind of clears it up, and just stretching it out really clears it up and massaging it. So I don't think it's too much to worry about. I don't think it's the locking up that he mentioned before that could be a warning sign. Now, since meeting with the doctor, I've been doing a lot of reading about ACL injuries and their recovery, what sort of physical therapy I should be doing, and I've been using how my knee feels and the cases I've read about and friends that I've talked to and all that, just kind of using it all to develop my own sort of plan here going forward. And so just to briefly go over it, I have a week-by-week physical therapy routine I'm doing at home. That's a video all on its own on why I'm choosing to do it at home instead of at the facility like I was, and I'll probably make a video about that down the road. But this week-by-week system that I have going is just to get my knee stronger and making sure that the range of motion in my knee continues to increase day by day. And so the plan now is as simple as just continuing physical therapy. I know that's redundant because that's all I've really been doing since I got hurt, but that's all I can do right now. So what's wrong with my knee is the MCL was stretched, the ACL was partially torn, and my meniscus was damaged. So none of those things necessarily need surgery. From what the doctor said, your MCL heals itself over time. Your ACL, if it's torn, that's the complicated part, because if it's torn significantly, your knee will not be stable, because a ligament is the part of your body that connects bones together. So the top bone of your leg and the bottom are connected by your ACL, and whenever that ligament is not stable, those bones can shift independently, and it's not supposed to do that. That's what makes your leg buckle and just lock up and stuff like that. And the fact that I've never experienced that, whenever I'm just walking around at work and whatever, my leg is never given out like that. So that's what made the doctor think that it's not torn very severely. And also, I found out that the two tests that he did in his office when he was shifting around my leg was called the Lockman's test and the pivot shift test. And that's just a simple practice to see if those two bones of your leg can shift independently. And if they can't, then it means your ligaments in there are intact enough to function normally without surgery. So I think that's what's going on right now. And like I said, my range of motion is still not quite 100%. I can fold my leg pretty much all the way, but it still hurts. I can't put my heel to my butt yet. So there's definitely more work to do. And right now, range of motion is my #1 priority, and then it's going to be more going on to strength testing. And as I move forward to the strength training part of my recovery, I kind of want to make a video about my physical therapy routine, just because it's been really fun to read about different sort of exercises and whatnot to increase the strength of your one leg and the tests you need to put yourself through to know if you're ready to go on to the next step. And I can leave links to all of the websites that I used and whatnot, and a link to the plan that I've developed. I can leave that in the description below if you want to check it out. And in the future, I'll probably have a video detailing my routine as a whole. That's about all the update I have as of right now. If you want more frequent updates and just a look at what sorts of things I'm doing to recover and my physical therapy and all of that sort of thing, I post on my Instagram pretty frequently, and you can check that out. And then also, if you have any suggestions or comments or questions or anything, I'd love to hear them. And if you want me to make any sort of video in the future, I would be super open to that. So just leave a comment below or contact me on any social media, and I'll get back to you, because my main priority right now is just to keep going forward, and hopefully by the 3-month time when I meet up with the doctor again, my knee will be 100% and I'll be ready to skate again. And that is my goal, but I'm not totally setting my mind towards that because I know it might take longer to be 100%, you know? But as long as I can start cruising around again by 3 months, that would be really cool. And by the time I move back to Florida in 6 or 7 months, that is when I really want to be 100% and start skating like I used to. So thanks for watching. If you're totally healthy, then keep shredding and have fun. And if you are injured like I am, then hopefully you're on the path forward too. And tune in next time for any update videos or whatever. So I'll see ya.
Looks like I'll be worrying for at least a week. I hope I'm still allowed to show 'cause in my teeth.